Good evening, this is Michael Sussman joining you live from the South Charleston Community Center for tonight's game between the South Charleston Black Eagles and the visitors, the Capital Cougars. Alongside me in the booth is former GW assistant coach Louis Cassis. Good night for some hoops. How are we doing tonight?
Oh, it's a tremendous game we got coming up here tonight. Great crosstown rivalry. South Charleston Capital, always an exciting game. Really looking forward to see these teams go at it. I know they played earlier this year for their conference game, and it's a lot more fun when it's not a conference game. So excited to see what we got going on tonight.
Got a good crowd already. The cheerleaders out there tumbling, and the Cougars getting up some warm-up shots. Last time out for the Black Eagles, they knocked off Greenbrier East 61-45 on Saturday, and the Cougars fell to Spring Valley 87-63. Like Coach mentioned there, this is an old-school rivalry. It always makes for great games. It was earlier this month when Capital won it by 1 point, 67-66 on the 5th. I talked to Josh Daniel, the head coach of the Black Eagles, about that earlier today. Here's a little bit from our conversation. Taking on Capital, one of those games where the records go out the window, big inter-city rivalry. And you were at South Charleston at the height as far as the rec center being packed and jumping. Yeah. How important is that from the school?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great for the communities. All these kids, they know each other. They're friends. They grow up playing together. They play AU together and against each other. So, there's a lot of familiarity with both teams. We know that we're going to get Capital's best effort. Whenever you play these types of games, you can throw records out the window, looking to see who's beat who by this much and who's lost and won against whoever. That doesn't mean anything. Both teams usually give their best effort, and really it's who executes down the stretch the best and who plays the hardest is usually the team that comes up on the winning end. And I felt like the first game we played them over there, I thought they played harder than us and they wanted it more, and it showed. They got every 50-50 ball, loose balls, rebounding, offensive rebounds. They created a lot of second chance opportunities for themselves, and we were just a step slow. And they ended up making the play at the end when, I felt like we had the game under control and let it slip away.
The cold is here to stay. It's time to remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today. Don't be left in the cold this winter. Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has technicians standing by 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to address your heating system or plumbing needs. Now through February, trade in your old furnace system for up to $2,000 off on a new Rheem furnace. Don't get left out in the cold this winter. Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call or visit us online today to schedule your appointment at mullenplumbing.com.
Hi, I'm Ben Nickel. I'm from Charleston, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you'll find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that Bobcat pride at your local Par-Mar stores. From food and drinks to gas and more, we have everything you'll need at Par-Mar. Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the rewards cards. We have stores throughout Ohio, and we're coming soon to your neighborhood. We are Bobcat proud, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
And we're back at the South Charleston Community Center. Appreciate Coach Daniel for taking the time earlier today. As we flip things over, look at the Capital Cougars, 2-7 on the campaign, a squad that's maybe a little bit better than their record would indicate. They got two hard-fought victories this season, 67-66 over South Charleston and 75-68 last week in overtime against Riverside. What's the keys for Capital tonight to try to go on the road and spoil things?
Yeah, Coach Green, he's done a wonderful job up there with the Cougars in his tenure. Talking to him earlier today, it's really important as a young team, they really have to take care of the ball. They can't give South Charleston any extra shots, and I know that's something that has frustrated Coach Green, and yeah, I know he'd like to see that. And his other one, this is a great one. We just laughed when he said it. He said, we have to make shots. He said, last time they played, they had a lot of open looks. They just weren't making shots. And, we talked about maybe it was a focus thing. Kids weren't prepared or ready for the game. But, that's the great thing about a rival game like this. Your kids are focused. You can guarantee it. So they're going to have to take care of the ball and make some shots tonight.
They'll need a big game out of Tayshawn Hines, who had 18 points, 15 boards in the win over Riverside. Here's what Coach Green had to say about him earlier today.
Tay's our guy. He makes us go. He may not lead us in scoring or do all the flashy things, but he's been starting for us for 4 years now. So the guys we had coming back, he had a tremendous amount of experience. The other players do feed off him. So he's done a really, really good job and has grown into the role of looking to find our shooters, because we got a couple of guys that can shoot the ball real well, and then picking his point to go get some shots up at the same time. So he's done really good and has learned over the last few years that balance of getting somebody else a shot when it's time to go get his. So depending on the matchups and different things, I mean, he knows that some nights he's going to get a few more shots than others just because of how the other teams are playing defensively. If we start hitting shots, then they're going to go to our shooters, and he knows that's going to open it up for him. So he's done a really good job, though, but he gets us in all our sets and has done a really, really fantastic job for us this year.
Hi, it's Tony Caridi. You know, our West Virginia military veterans are the last ones to ask for handouts, yet many of them are hungry. I invite you to watch a video that shows an amazing monthly program that helps feed our veterans in Beckley and Clarksburg. Huntington Bank and other partners would like to expand this program to other areas of our state, and we'd love for you to help. Watch the video at wvenriched.com. That's wvenriched.com.
At Glenville State University, you can discover friends to last a lifetime, professors who broaden your perspective, and the skills and education for future success in a small town environment. At Glenville State University, you can become a pioneer.
Results. We built a reputation as one of the go-to law firms throughout the state of West Virginia. We're proud of the reputation we've earned in the community for providing exceptional, aggressive legal representation. When you hire my law firm, you don't get excuses, you get results.
At Glenville State University, you can discover friends to last a lifetime, professors who broaden your perspective, and the skills and education for future success in a small town environment. At Glenville State University, you can become a pioneer.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
The HD Media Plus app is your ticket to see all the action on the hard court as it happens.
Sam banks it in! Sam's from three!
Download it today for free to your smartphone or TV so you won't miss another shot.
And we're back at the South Charleston Community Center. Michael Sussman here with Louis Cassis. As we get ready for starting lineups, South Charleston 7-6 and Capital actually 3-7. They got a victory 109-74 over Holy Family to start the season. Coach, got a good atmosphere in here tonight. This is one of the best local spots to watch high school basketball.
Yeah, you know, it's always fun down here, and you get these two teams and these fan bases. They go at it down here. And for me, being a former GW coach and GW teacher currently, and it's nice to sit back and relax and just watch a good basketball game.
Get to put the broadcasting hat on a little bit.
Yeah, you got two really younger coaches that they both enjoyed success with their schools over the years now. Coach Green actually played for a state championship up there his second year in, and has had a few trips down to the Civic Center. Josh Daniel, obviously since taking over at South Charleston, he has made it back to the Civic Center in the past couple years, and it's just good to see these guys taking their teams and developing these kids, and at the end of the day, making them better men, helping them be better people in the future.
As Capital trot out there, number 2, a sophomore, Dejan Reed starting, as well as, Capital out there, number 0, David Robinson starting, as well as number 2, Keon Likens, number 3, Grant Barkley, number 4, Tyleek Tinsley, and number 5, Elijah Bennett. As we get ready for the South Charleston Black Eagles wearing all whites this evening. Coach Green huddles his guys. Here comes SC. There's Dejan Reed, the sophomore.
I think we're having a little issue with the speaker system back there with the PA.
Technical difficulties.
And forward, that's 6'2", junior number 5.
Forward, number 5, Elijah Martin. Elijah Martin having a good season, 10.5 points per contest. And a junior, number 11, Roman Pelham, starts as well. And number 12, a junior, Zane Saunders, 12 per contest for him. As well as number 15, Shadi Williams, Rashad Williams. 13 points per game, the leading scorer for South Charleston. South Charleston, a well-rounded team similar to GW. They really distribute the scoring, and that allows you to do a lot offensively.
Yeah, they do. You got it. I think the guy that makes them go, Rashad Williams, he really is sophomore. I've watched him develop over the last year and a half, and I think he kind of gets them all going. And then you got the senior Kellum inside, Zane Saunders inside there. And then Dejan Reed, when he gets going, he is very tough to stop. When he walks in the gym, he's ready to go.
As we are underway, tip controlled by Kellum. As South Charleston takes it up with Reed. And Reed over to Williams. Williams high post, goes Kellum. Kellum, one bounce. He'll get it on the cut, one dribble, and the flush. Roman Kellum starting off the game with authority.
There you go. That's a senior for you. He wants this win. I know Coach Daniel didn't feel like they came out with the best energy so far in their previous matchup. So far, a little better energy.
As they'll go to the near side corner, and Martin goes to the floor. They turned it over. Here comes Bennett on the break, over to the bench. And Hines on the drive is rejected. 2 plays, 2 blocks for Roman Kellum, for the Black Eagles. As the big Saunders and Kellum are working down there. Baseline inbound as it goes to Robinson. Robinson defended by Saunders. Spin move, follow away jump shot off the side of the rim. And it's cleared by Zane. 1 minute gone. Trying to find Kellum, too short. Bennett stole it. As Bennett stomps the brakes, and he'll pitch. Here's the 3-ball. Hines off the mark.
Not a bad look there for Capital. Like Coach Green said, you got to get some to fall this game.
As Williams will crash to the floor, and it's out of bounds. Couple careless possessions for South Charleston after the emphatic dunk. Just kind of got to slow things down as they'll go to Kellum. And to the corner, Dejon Reed underneath. Up and under. Now a foul call. It's on the floor as Kellum was trying to get him on the up fake. And he will draw the first team foul of the contest.
Yeah, nice little play there from South Charleston, getting Kellum on the inside there. I know Coach Green was real worried about the height advantage that South Charleston has over Capital tonight. Right now it's taking a toll on him.
And now Kellum with 4 half-court trap as they'll go to Robinson. Now into the corner, in trouble is Barkley. I think it was kicked out.
Yeah, stays with Capital.
So 4 points from Roman Kellum, the difference so far. As South Charleston leads 4-0 at home. There's Tayshawn Hines, the kind of the engine for the Cougars, makes their operation go. Up top, Robinson, crossover dribble into the lane, right hand, strong. And Kellum with the rebound.
Nice drive by Robinson, just couldn't finish it.
As Robinson uses a Kellum screen. Near side, here's a 3 in the air for Zane Saunders, it's off the mark. And the board over to Likens. Likens pushing the tempo with Hines. Hines in the lane. We got a push on the floor. It's going to go against the Black Eagles.
So far about what you expect out of these two teams. Yeah, great pace to the game and lots of action.
Inbound here, Bennett looking for a man, goes to Robinson. Robinson facing up against Saunders. Jab step, now he drives. Spin move, he'll kick as they set up top.
Yeah, so far, Capital, looking back at their scores per quarter, they've had a just tough time starting games.
We got a steal, and off the mark, no call as Martin went to the ground. Here comes Hines, pitch into the corner, and he gets it right back. Tight defense here by Williams. 5:03 and rolling. High ball screen. Into the corner with Barkley. Barkley with Kellum all over him. He lost it. Great defense. Long pass in transition. All the way to the rim. Good. That's number 2, Dejon Reed on the score sheet. 6-0. Capital needing some offense. Barkley up fake. Now driving with the left. And he traveled with it.
You're seeing the youth of the Capital team right now. Just can't get slowed down.
Shotty Williams passing out of a trap. Capital bringing some pressure. Here comes Reed. In front of the bench, it goes to number 5, Martin. Reckless pass there as Kellum couldn't get to it. And they stole it. To the bucket. Off the mark, follow up. No good. Saunders tips it. One bounce. Up strong. And Kellum can't get it to go. A third chance opportunity. And now Dejon Reed finally fouled.
I think that's what Coach Green was mentioning before the game. Matt was real concerned about the height advantage, and there you go. There's three offensive rebounds for South Charleston. Eventually, they're at the line shooting too.
Yeah, that's something that he was talking about earlier today. Guys just have to play out of position sometimes when you have size problems like that, and that's most likely what he's reiterating in the huddle right now. As Josh Daniel, a one-time leading scorer for South Charleston High School, will break the huddle.
Yeah, definitely an early timeout there for Coach Green, try to get his guys settled down. These high-intensity games, it's usually the team that can slow down, get a hold of their nerves, and start playing basketball first has a big advantage. And right now that's South Charleston. They're doing a really good job of implementing their game plan. You can see them pounding it inside and really pressuring the Capital offense to speed them up.
Dejon Reed trying to split the pair, and he's done it. 9.8 per game for Reed. He'll make it 7-0. And South Charleston trapping once again as Hines will try to cross the Black Eagle. Now he'll throw it across the floor, and Capital lost it in transition. Up and under move, and 2 more. Dejan Reed.
Nice shot fake there, very fundamental. Shoot a nice wide open layup.
Reed's got 5. Robinson in trouble. Threw it into the hands of, I believe, Saunders initially. We're kind of in the coffin corner here at the rec center.
Yeah, tough to see down there.
As Hines will try to start out the action. Couple of bounces. Throws it to Barkley. Get it right back. 9-0. Robinson kicks. High catch. Barkley. And now Likens trying to get something going. A lot of action for Capital. Just not too many good looks yet. Williams defending. And we got a whistle. Looks like they're going to get Williams on the floor. And they do indeed. First substitution, number 21, Cam Harris is going to check in for Capital.
Capital's still trying to get the lid off the basket there, but once they do, watch out for them. They can go on a run.
And a senior, Maurice Jones, will check in for South Charleston. As Jones almost stole it, Hines will rip it down and goes over to Barkley. Barkley defended by Kellum.
Barkley, probably the top shooter for Capital. Sure, Coach Green would like to see a kick out to him after they collapse on him.
Deflection out of bounds there on the miss. And it's over to South Charleston. Yeah, you set it in the open there. You got to make shots. And sometimes you just got to see that first one goes. Reed will kick to Kellum. Now to an open shooter off the mark there for Jones. Follow up Reed. He's got 2 more. $11-0. As they'll bounce it to Hines. Through the press. And Harris will kick it out. And Hines gives Harris a touch. And he threw it right to Reed. Dejan Reed, coast to coast. Follow up. Saunders got it. And Capital got to burn a timeout. Coach Green distraught.
Yeah, I'm not happy there. And it's part of coaching a young team like this. You know, they make silly mistakes. And that's what he said. Yeah, we got to take care of the ball, You can't give South Charleston these extra runouts and allow them to shoot easy layups like that.
And we're seeing the versatility of Dejan Reed getting his hands on a lot of passes and aggressive going to the bucket. Reed in the game with 9 points and Kellum with 4, so that gets you to 13-0. Tonight's game brought to you by Parmar Stores. If there's not a Parmar near you now, there will be soon.
I'll tell you what, really appreciate Parmar Stores sponsoring this. They do a great job getting these kids out there in the community, allowing people that can't make it out to the games still be able to watch. A lot of families benefit from that. Really appreciate the support of Parmar Stores.
Capital trying to get on the board. Hines will throw it near the scores table as Likens is bumped. And they're going to get Roman Kellum. Substitution here, number 4 for Capital, Tyleek Tinsley back in the game. Yeah, Parmar does do a great job. The Parmar shootout coming up February 5th through 8th.
I'll tell you what, that is one heck of an event, Mike. I've been fortunate enough to work that for the past few years, and thank goodness my wife is very understanding and does a great job taking care of our 2 little ones. Big shout out to her. But the Parmar shootout down at West Virginia State, I tell you.
Deep Barkley 3, he got it.
That shootout, you're going to see a ton of great games, and it starts at 8:30 in the morning, caps off the last game starting at 8:30 at night. I'm excited. It's some long days, but well worth it.
Basketball paradise.
You do. You got teams from all around the state, every division. Everybody's represented out there. It's so fun to watch. As a coach, a former coach, it's fun to watch those coaches. Boom.
And that's good for Elijah Martin. Quick answer. 16-3. Really good job there, setting the feet. Got it right in the hip pocket. And a pretty stroke for Martin.
Yeah, South Charleston so far, I don't think you could ask for a better start.
Especially in front of a good home crowd. Got most of the upper deck filled up here. As Harris will get trapped. Now bounces it across the midline. As Bennett goes underneath, kick out Hines. Hines pull up, elbow off. Long board Barkley, high floater is no good now. Harris rejected, Saunders erased it. 1 minute left, first quarter. Pull up Reed, it's money.
Mr. Reed is having a game so far. That's not one you want to leave out there.
12 points for Dejon Reed. 19-3 South Charleston. Harris out of a wall, somehow able to get it to Barkley.
Really nice job of stepping through there.
A block there for Kellum. 30 seconds left. Reed kicks. And a charge. Good job there by Harris.
A great hustle play, getting back there, taking the contact.
Those are the types of things that get you more minutes. As for the first time for South Charleston, we're going to see number 13, Tavarish Porter. As Reed will get a much-deserved break. Inbound here to Harris. Harris trapped. Long baseball pass and way too far.
Right now the spacing is not very good for Capital.
So 20 seconds left. How do you get through such a tough press like that the right way?
A lot of it's about spacing. I always like to have a guy in the middle of the court that kind of sinks the defense in to make them respect that. If they don't want to put a guy in there with them, you're going to throw it to the middle and take it right up the court.
And at the buzzer, Martin off the mark. And that'll do it. 19-3. South Charleston leads it over Capital. You are watching high school baseball. Basketball.
We're almost there.
Let's slow down on the HD Media app.
Ball Automotive Group is here for all your automotive needs. We have 3 locations with over 300 new vehicles available and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles in stock. Ball Automotive has been an integral part of our community, which we have proudly served for over 20 years. With over 1,300 online reviews, you'll see why our customers keep coming back. To see what Advantage Toyota of Barbersville, Ball Toyota of Charleston, and L&S Toyota of Beckley have to offer, visit us online at ballautomotivegroup.com.
If you're hungry late or you're on a date, Adelphia's a place to be. Awesome wings, fried feta cheese, let's all meet and have a drink. Friendly smiles and TVs for miles, Adelphia's a place for me.
We live stream sports from across the globe. Join us for Sunday brunch from 10 to 1, Adelphia on Capitol Street.
And we're back at the South Charleston Community Center. It's all South Charleston so far. Dejon Reed out to a fantastic start. He's got 12 points through the first quarter. Roman Kellum with 4 as Capital starts with the possession. Here's Hines working left side. Trying to turn the corner, can't do so. And now driving right hand as it goes to Harris. Harris ran right into Kellum, who did not foul him. It's a turnover.
It's tough for you. I talked to Coach Daniel before the game, and he said his guys need to come out with better energy. I think they did. I think they're listening.
Definitely answered that challenge.
Yeah, he said energy and rebounds.
And you like
they got those boxes checked.
As we go forward to Martin, cross-court Saunders. Saunders mid-ranger is no good. And the rebound cleared there by Capital's Elijah Bennett. And Reed, rather Likens, a dribble handoff over to Hines.
Top.
Got another foul call on the floor there.
They got Martin on that one.
As Hines will look back to Matt Green.
Well, right now, Capital's just not getting any. They're not getting any clean looks.
On the drive, up and under move, layup no good as Likens goes to the floor. And he'll head to the line.
We got number 1 Jones on that with the hit.
Big game tonight for GW over in Ashland, Kentucky.
Yeah, they've got a big one tonight over in Ashland. Obviously, not a conference game or anything, but just a great game, great rivalry between two schools they've played for the last several years. And when you go over to Kentucky, they say you start 10 points down. So we'll see how it goes for them. But, I think maybe more on their minds. Thursday night they play at Hurricane, and that one can kind of seal the deal for them to get into the Night of Champions here for the MSAC.
Likens has 2 points for Capital as SC goes the other way underneath Kellum in the paint. Around and out. Here come the Cougars.
Just a little too long.
Capital just in too much of a hurry. Good thought. But a tough play. Sounds like you're speaking from experience on the Kentucky 2-point spread situation.
Yeah, it's tough over there. Now they're great basketball players over there, great environment.
Hines blocked. Follow up, no. Bouncing ball underneath. They'll keep it alive. Off the mark, no good for Bennett. Capital can't buy a break.
Can't get that lid off. But Mr. Reed has got the lid off, and everything is going down right now.
15 points for Dejon Reed. Bennett, left-hand layup is good. 22-7, 2 minutes gone, second quarter. As Saunders will pull things out to Dejon Reed. Reed calling for a ball screen, now pass it off. As Martin goes to Kellum. Kellum fall away jump shot with the left, no. And cleared by Tinsley. Forward to Hines, who's bumped.
It'll be Kellum's second.
Something to watch for. Still a lot of time left in the second quarter. Let's see what Coach Daniel decides to do. And he'll take him out. As Michael Lowe, a senior, comes in. A player you know pretty well.
Yeah, Mike, he was with us for 3 years at GW. Great kid, just phenomenal work ethic. Never an attitude, never a problem. Hate to see him go, but I understand.
Robinson yo-yos it over. Here's Likens, deep three. And it's off the mark as Saunders controls.
It's been kind of Capital's MO this year. They haven't been able to get off to a fast start in these games. And I know like the Parkersburg game a couple weeks ago, they started, it was 18-0.
And Reed's got 2 more.
First quarter. Same thing in the last game with Spring Valley. I think they at least had 9 points in the first quarter against Spring Valley, but just tough getting started. But all those games, they came back and made it close. So,
and Hines
stick around.
Fouled there by number 13, Tavares Porter. Yeah, it's a long season, and that's what Coach Green said earlier today, that his team's just got to execute. He liked that in the second half against Riverside. But Just too inconsistent, I believe is the word that he used. As Hines will knock down the free throw.
It's funny. I heard Coach Eilert, WVU's head coach, talking about the same thing today. More consistency. You got to be consistent. It's tough to play, and it's really tough to coach when you're inconsistent.
Yeah, that's what kind of separates the good from the great. As Reed will throw near side to Porter. Porter open low, short corner jump shot off, follow up no. And this time Saunders makes it. As South Charleston will head to the bench. Timeout called there.
30-second timeout for South Charleston. I think Coach Daniel just wants to make sure they got him set, get his right guys in there. Don't pick up any more cheap fouls through the half here. Anyways, talking about the Parmar event, I can't wait for that thing. Every year when that thing comes up, and this year, it's expanded to 4 days down at West Virginia State. And all those games will be brought to you by HD Media, and I wish I had time to be over here on a broadcast with you, but you'll see me bouncing around from place to place down there. Make sure all these teams are where they need to be and the show is going on. It's just a great event. What a tremendous atmosphere they provide down at West Virginia State. You ought to see these kids. They get to go back into those college locker rooms, and you just see their eyes. And I can't say all the words that come out of their mouths, but
one of my best memories in broadcasting, I got to do an Isaac McNeely versus Josiah Davis game in that tournament one time. That was some of the best high school basketball I've seen.
I remember that game. It was a great game.
Deep Barkley three will miss everything, and it bounces into the cheerleaders, 26-9. South Charleston way out in front.
Yeah, right there. Looked like South Charleston switched it up a little bit, went with a 2-3 zone look, and Capital not sure what to do with it.
Goes Porter, jab step, puts it on the deck. Tavares Porter at the elbow. Oh, drag the foot
there.
travel. Yeah, got some good games. Wahama St. Joe's is one I got my eye on at the Parmar. And Hines across midcourt. Black Eagles in a zone here. Bounce pass. Likens will pull it out looking for space. Out of Barkley. Threw it right to Saunders. Here comes Saunders around the back dribble. Up and under. Floater no good. And it's tapped out of bounds. Back to Capital.
Yeah, there's certainly some good games coming up there. Looking forward to seeing GW girls. They'll be playing number 1 Morgantown. GW or Morgantown number 1, depending on which poll you're looking at. That should be a great game. Martinsburg making the trip in from the Panhandle, and then maybe one of my favorite games every year down there, Parkersburg South and Huntington. I am never jealous of the officials that have to do that game. They absolutely fly up and down that court. Both programs always really good. Coach Fallon at Parkersburg South always brings in a tremendous team.
As it's top key here. Down low, Dejon Reed. Reed picks up the dribble. Cross court pass open to Lowe. 3. He buried it.
Mikey Lowe adding to his game out there.
That'll make it 29-9. As Likens.
Right now, Capital can't find a way into that zone. A lot of dribbling.
Here's ball screen as they'll throw it over to Robinson. Left hand 3 off the mark. Box out low. As Reed throws it to an open Martin off the mark. And it's cleared there by Bennett. 2 minutes 15 and rolling. Hop step. And the runner misses. They'll pass it to Hines underneath. And he's short. And now we got a foul call as Tyleek Tinsley, I believe, was grabbed.
Couldn't see exactly who that one was on. I think it was on Reed. If so, that'd be his second.
And the free throw for Tinsley is off the side of the rim. And in now is Ja'Cory Clark, number 11, as David Robinson will come out. And the free throw is off the side of the rim. Reed with the rebound. He'll take it up the court himself and stomps the bricks. Up top goes Martin, all the way around the perimeter. Michael Lowe, top of the key. Reed up fake. Now the mid-ranger is off the glass. Capital with a head of steam. The dunk. Number 5, Elijah Bennett, throwing it down.
Yeah, that can get your team going. That can get the boys. I see some students rising with Capital Blue on.
What a dunk there by Bennett. Was showing off the athleticism.
Yes, he threw that one down. He threw that one down. I wish I could do that just one time.
The coach said that he's one of the more well-rounded players in the state as Lowe gets an easy 2. But nobody really maybe has heard about him at the level that they should have. Bennett, just with Capital kind of being up and down this season. But he's an incredibly talented player. As Hines will stop at the free throw line, loses it momentarily. Defended by Reed, now clears it out as Daniel calls out defensive instructions from the bench. And into traffic, hit pretty hard there on the back by Zane Saunders.
I'll tell you, Capital is doing a good job of penetrating, get down in there. And that time a really good job using the shot fake by Hines, drawing the foul on Saunders.
That's one of the best plays in basketball.
Shot fakes and jump stops. It's amazing how much they help you and how little effort it takes.
Tayshawn Hines, third made free throw of the game. He's got 3. And the second one is good. 31-13, Capital trying to get a stop and hopefully a good punctuation to the half to try to cut it to a manageable deficit as Saunders throws it to the block underneath. Tavares Porter goes around. He'll find Martin, who will miss, but a fresh possession. 45 and rolling. Tavares Porter. A pitch backward as Martin tries to find Saunders. He'll have to pop. Now Saunders in the lane. Off with the runner. 30 seconds left for Capital. Trailing by 18. All the way to the rim once again. Elijah Bennett. Nobody stopped him. 31-15. 15 seconds left. Bounce pass Porter. He'll gather it. And he's hit on the shoulder. And in the act of shooting, I believe they're on number 5, Elijah Bennett.
Yeah, you hate to see that because you saw his, Bennett's teammate was ready. Could have taken a charge there and kind of bailed out the shooter.
And Porter
makes him pay.
The free throw there, his first point. So 9.6 left. You got time for 1 or 2 passes, a couple dribbles. But you got to get out and go if you're the Cougars. And here comes Bennett. 5 seconds left. Elijah Bennett kicks it out. Hines 3, he hit it. Big time shot. Cuts it to 14. That's a much more manageable situation if you're Capital.
Yeah, 14 so much better than 20 going into the half.
And we'll take it to halftime. Today's game brought to you by Parmar Stores. If there's not a Parmar near you now, there will be soon. We're back with the halftime show after this.
Are you ready to unlock
unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
The HD Media Plus app is your ticket to see all the action on the hard court as it happens.
Sims banks it in! Sims from 3!
Download it today for free to your smartphone or TV so you won't miss another shot.
The relationship between a lawyer and a client is based on trust. Over the years, we've been entrusted with some of the biggest cases in West Virginia. That's because we have a track record of success and getting exceptional results. We built a reputation as one of the go-to law firms throughout the state of West Virginia. We're proud of the reputation we've earned in the community for providing exceptional, aggressive legal representation. When you hire my law firm, you don't get excuses, you get results.
The cold is here to stay. It's time to remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today. Don't be left in the cold this winter. Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has technicians standing by 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to address your heating system or plumbing needs. Now through February, trade in your old furnace system for up to $2,000 off on a new Rheem furnace. Don't get left out in the cold this winter. Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call or visit us online today to schedule your appointment at mullenplumbing.com.
Hi, it's Tony Caridi. You know, our West Virginia military veterans are the last ones to ask for handouts, yet many of them are hungry. I invite you to watch a video that shows an amazing monthly program that helps feed our veterans in Beckley and Clarksburg. Huntington Bank and other partners would like to expand this program to other areas of our state, and we'd love for you to help. Watch the video at wvenriched.com. That's wvenriched.com.
At Glenville State University, you can discover friends to last a lifetime, professors who broaden your perspective, and the skills and education for future success in a small town environment. At Glenville State University, you can become a pioneer.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
And we're back at the South Charleston Community Center. Michael Sussman here with Louis Cassis. 32-18 the score stands. South Charleston over Capital. And Capital kind of at least slowed down the bleeding there in the second quarter as it was 19-3 through the first 8 minutes. Capital winning the second by 2 points. So Coach Green with some life in that locker room.
Yeah, you know, that little spurt there at the end of the second quarter, that certainly helps. A 14-point deficit's much more manageable than 20 points, and that's just kind of been their MO this year. They're just getting off the slow starts. It's like they can't relax, can't play until about the second quarter. They got to get some stuff out of the way first. It's going to be interesting to see how this third quarter goes, see if South Charleston's Dejon Reed can continue. I think he had 15 that first half.
17.
17. I missed one. So, he's on fire out there, and we'll see if he can continue. And if he doesn't, who can pick up that scoring for him? I don't think Deshad Williams has scored yet, and usually he's one of their primary scorers. So, yeah, a good half for South Charleston. I know Coach Daniel really talked about coming out with energy and being able to rebound the basketball. I'd say they accomplished those two things. Coach Green, on the other hand, he's going to have to see what it takes to get these guys to calm down and just play basketball.
Roman Kellum with 4 points for South Charleston. Michael Lowe has 5. As we look at Capital, Elijah Bennett with 6 and a heck of a flush. That dunk in transition off 1 foot, threw it down. Got the crowd going a little bit.
It certainly did. I'm sitting here watching. You got all these Capital students here, and when that dunk went down, you saw them all rise to their feet. And it just takes a play like that, and it can shift the game. And I'm hoping I'm guessing Coach Green, that's what he's hoping for. Get another one of those plays and see if they can build on it this time. I think last time they got that, they had a silly foul on the other end and then an easy bucket after that. So they just got to learn to put some of these plays back to back, put them together.
Tayshawn Hines with 7 points all in the second quarter and a much-needed 3 there to close it out. As we'll go statewide a little bit, got some really good games in action tonight. One of them down there in Jackson County, Ravenswood leading Poca last we checked 11-3. One of the all-time great coaches, 700 win coach, 2-time state champ Mick Price, off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, Coach Price, he's one of the guys that helps with the Parmar shootout. He and Coach Rick Green from GW, they put this thing together, but I tell you, that may be one of the best things about the Parmar shootout. You got teams from all levels, all over the state, and to watch a legend like Coach Mick Price come down there and bring his team in and watch them play and watch how he does it, and then you compare it to a guy like Rick Green, it's amazing. But between the two of them, I think they've got over 1,300 wins together, and just to watch all these guys come in, do their thing. Coach Daniel will be there. Coach Matt Green will be there. It's awesome to watch all these teams and see how they do this. But another coach you'll see down there, Jamie LeMaster, the GW girls coach, they're going to have a big game. I believe it is next Wednesday. They're going to play the Morgantown girls, and like I said, whichever poll you look at, one of them's number 1 in one of them, the other one's number 1 in the other. But just to watch their different styles and the way they play, and I know they've got a big conference game tonight. Now, they were leading at the half by 11, I believe, down at Spring Valley tonight.
Big top 5 matchup there. That may be an indicator of some things to come state tournament-wise. Definitely that Morgantown game going to have some implications.
Oh, it certainly will. I understand these aren't conference games or anything like that, but, when coaches go to rate other teams, a lot of the times you haven't seen the other teams that have played. All you see are the scores that come in, and when you see those scores come in, you're filling out that ballot at the regional. It makes a big difference when you've got those wins on there.
And GW in action against Ashland, Kentucky. Like we mentioned a little earlier, if you got an update there, drop it in the comments section, and then they'll play for a shot to seal the deal as it pertains to the MSAC championship against Hurricane.
Yeah, Thursday night should be a really good game down at Hurricane this year, and Hurricane's had some really good wins and some tough losses this season. Carson Odell does a great job scoring for them down there. Great shooter. I remember last year we didn't really know a ton about him. He came in and just lit us up on our home court. Luckily, well, not luckily, we played well. We defended everybody else very well, and we got out of there with a good win. But that game, I think Hurricane has 2 conference losses, and GW just has the one to St. Albans. So that could that'll definitely have some. Or actually, Hurricane only has the one conference loss, and they should. That could determine who goes to the MSAC United Champions to play for the conference championship. You know, GW is looking to. They've got a streak right now. They've won the last 4 MSAC championships, so they'd like to keep that up.
As South Charleston will bring out Saunders as well as Kellum, Dejan Reed, Shotty Williams, and I believe Elijah Martin.
I believe so.
And for Capital, it's Hines as well as Keon Likens, Barkley, Elijah Bennett, and number 4, Tyleek Tinsley. South Charleston with the possession. Top key, Martin underneath, and Kellum the flush.
Just like the game started. Big flush. Great play there, drawn up by Coach Daniel. And Roman Kellum just executed that perfectly. Sealed his man in the paint and just throw it into him, and you can't guard that.
South Charleston all smiles after that as Hines will throw it high in the air. On the drive is Robinson. That's off the mark. Baseball pass, transition. Martin lost it. Follow-up is good. Dejan Reed picking up where he left off as well. He's got 19. 36-18. As Hines will go underneath Bennett on the runner. It's out of bounds, tipped by Kellum. And Capital keeps it. Inbounds. Back out to Bennett. Bennett had it ripped. And South Charleston steals it as Reed got a hand to it. Now Reed. 3 ball is up.
They're going to get Hines right there. Not sure what happened.
So South Charleston going to go the length of the floor. It looks like Matt Green getting an explanation. Seems a little perplexed. And we are as well.
Looks like we have maybe an intentional foul. I believe we do.
So it'll be Shotty Williams to shoot the technical free throw. And Hines definitely in some disagreement as Williams will roll the ball, and the shot is short. You didn't see anything egregious.
Yeah, it looks like I was getting ready to comment. It was a nice box out by Hines there. I'm not sure what, if there was some contact you couldn't see from up here or what happened, but it's uncharacteristic misses for Williams. Usually pretty solid at the line. See, Greenbrier East is up 1 on Beckley at the end of the first quarter.
They might have had some low contact on that intentional is what we're hearing. As Green is now talked to by the head official.
I think maybe one of the assistants catching a warning there. A warning for the bench.
The assistants got to do their part also.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know the assistants roll very well over there. Don't say anything to the officials.
And Williams has the bucket. First points for Rashad Williams.
We got Likens on the foul there. It's one of those seasons for Coach Green right now. Just tough time catching a break, but you know, it's not from a lack of effort. These guys put in a ton of time and effort. Saunders with the putback there.
Zane Saunders, 12 points per game. 4 points on the night. Foul right in front of the Cougar bench there. They're going to get Elijah Martin on the floor. South Charleston by 22. As Hines will match up here with Martin. And we've got a foul here on South Charleston on the block. I think they got Martin.
Could be Martin's third.
Bennett inbound short. Now underneath. Off the mark for Robinson. Beautiful up and under move. Elijah Bennett putting on a highlight tape tonight.
He is. He is. He can put those spurts together. But it goes back to what Coach Green talked about, consistency.
40-20. Here's Shotty Williams. Hit as he goes to the cup. And he'll head to the line as Bennett's whistled. Just a reminder to check out Full Court Press featuring Bob Huggins. You can get that at pressvirginia.com or anywhere you get your podcasts. WVU taking on Cincinnati this week, trying to bounce back from a couple losses. And Williams hits it. Williams, the leading South Charleston scorer at 13 a clip. And the second one rattles home. South Charleston in a zone here. And into a triple team goes Hines. And they got a foul. And popping up to the scores table, Michael Lowe.
Can't tell if that's his third or fourth. It's not on the scoreboards here.
And Hines calling for a ball screen. Gonna yo-yo it over. Now Likens.
Well, you can see the Capital team is struggling with the height. Now South Charleston's gone to a 1-3-1 look, making it even more difficult to get that ball moved around.
And Kellum, third dunk of the night. That'll make it 44-20.
See, right now you got 6'5", 6'6", 6'3". They're all big out there, and they extend out in that 1-3-1. It's really difficult for Capital's undersized players.
Gotta love the 1-3-1. That was an old Huggins stamp in the early days.
I think he might have stole that from
Beeline,
Coach Beeline.
Yeah, the old store, yeah. As Reed short on the first. Yeah, he picked it up from Deshaun Butler, and then they showed the team how to run it.
Yeah, I remember when Coach Beeline came in and put that thing in. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sure enough, next thing you know, he's playing, getting the Final Four. Almost made it.
That'll make it 45-20 South Charleston. They've been absolutely dominant at home tonight. And there you see the pressure trying to set up the trap. They'll bounce it into the corner to Barkley. Now up top, here's Likens. He'll go to the corner. Robinson, guarded by Williams. Long passes. Hines will run it down. Williams closes on the shooter. It's off the mark for Likens. And here comes Reed. Underneath Kellum. And he is fouled. Trying to go for the reverse layup.
Looks like Likens are going to get there.
Roman Kellum with 8 tonight. And he's just been really aggressive. He's taking it up strong.
Yes, he has. He's playing like a senior tonight. He is all over the court, and he has owned that paint all night long.
I had a coach earlier tell me that your team goes as far as your seniors take you.
Yes, seniors, it's amazing. When they start to see the end of the tunnel there, and they start to think, okay, I might not ever do this in an organized way anymore. It's amazing how much they tend to improve and how their personality changes.
And on the move, it's good there for Keon Likens. First made field goal, 4 points.
Yeah, they improve so much their senior year just because they start to realize this stuff. And then Saunders. It makes you remember that's what we're here to do. We're supposed to help these kids become better people and teach them how to get through adversity in life. And, I can talk about both of these benches. I know both these coaches very well.
And Kellum, another 2.
They put a ton of time, energy, effort, making sure kids are fed, making sure kids have rides where they need to be, keeping eyes on grades. It's amazing, coaches, how much time and energy and effort goes into this.
As it's bounced there to Saunders for the rebound, 50-22, all the way up the floor. Probably a foot too high for Kellum.
I think he was wanting his senior buddy to get one more flush in there.
Well, they still got about 11 more minutes to do it. Yeah, coaches are underrated. You kind of have to be the equipment manager, counselor, strategy guy all wrapped into one.
Yeah, it's sports evolve more and more. It's amazing. You got to remember, you always got to go back and look and say, hey, what are we doing here? We're trying to make these kids better people and hopefully good, productive citizens in our country.
Here's Tinsley. 3, Barkley. Off the back of the rim. Fight for it. Underneath. And it's good. And 1.
Different way to get you 3.
Grant Barkley. At the end of a wild possession. We'll make it 50-25. And in now's a senior Maurice Jones. As Saunders will check out. And Barkley misses. Long rebound, Williams. Dejon Reed, the sophomore, going to be a heck of a player.
Yes, he is. He has come a long way from the beginning of the season.
3. Not this time. Kellum offensive rebound, bowled over. Low, no call. As Harris will have to stop. Smothered instantly. Now Hines in the same trap. Bounces to Harris. Corner jump shots off the mark. And Low clears. 2 minutes left, third quarter. 50-24. They had to fix the scoreboard, I guess.
Yeah, right now you're looking at good, nice off the ball steal there from Likens. We'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
That'll give him 6. And we'll see Tavares Porter again as Reed checks out. You're watching on the HD Media Game Day app. Proud to bring you high school sports. We will be throughout the remainder of the season. The free throws in the air and good. That's Keon Likens. And it's 50-27. Across the midline, Williams. Capital matched up man-to-man. Through the legs, Williams. Kicks out. Porter grabs it. And here's a 3. It's off the mark. Here comes Likens leading the charge all the way through. Chase down, block, Kellum.
I mentioned he's a senior. A great hustle play there.
And he's rewarded for it. Those help get the stats up there. The miss, the rebound, and the follow-up.
Yeah, a little padding the stats. Never hurt anybody. Drive you crazy as a coach, though.
As they'll go top key, face-up jumper. Off the mark. And South Charleston, fresh possession. As it's passed out of bounds there. Got an update here.
It looks like the GW Ashland game didn't get to start till 7:45 tonight because the JV game went a couple overtimes.
I respect that as it's inbounded straight to Bennett, in and out. And on the follow-up there, Jakari Clark fouled. A lot of times they'll just say, hey, cut the JV game. We got to get going, and you got to let them compete.
You got to let them go. You can't end that. You got to have a winner. That's the point of these games. You got to have a winner. You start a little later. You get home a little later.
In baseball, they just play 3 innings, as that's off. Most stadiums have lights, too. So baseball, if it goes long, it can be more of a disaster, I guess.
Yeah, baseball, you can really have some long nights at the ballpark there. And in West Virginia, those can be some long, cold nights.
And it's in there, Jakari Clark. 52-28 is your score as we go to the last 30 seconds here of the third quarter. Porter will slow the tempo now, drives, and he'll pull it out. He stepped on the end line. So Capital with 23.9 going to have a chance for the last shot.
One thing Coach Green's got to be pleased with, as big as the lead's gotten tonight for South Charleston, Capital kids have not, you have not seen their energy or their effort dive at all.
Here's Hines. 5 seconds left.
Wow.
With a tough shot. 52-30.
Wow, I don't even know how he got that shot up.
Tayshawn Hines with 9 points, 52-30. We'll go to a break as you're watching the HD Media Game Day app.
Ball Automotive Group is here for all your automotive needs. We have 3 locations with over 300 new vehicles available and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles in stock. Ball Automotive has been an integral part of our community, which we have proudly served for over 20 years. With over 1,300 online reviews, you'll see why our customers keep coming back. To see what Advantage Toyota of Barbersville, Ball Toyota of Charleston, and L&S Toyota of Beckley have to offer, visit us online at ballautomotivegroup.com.
If you're hungry late or you're on a date, Adelphia's the place to be. Awesome wings, fried feta cheese. Let's all meet and have a drink. Friendly smiles and TVs for miles. Adelphia's the place for me.
We live stream sports from across the globe. Join us for Sunday Brunch from 10 to 1, Adelphia on Capitol Street.
And we're back at the South Charleston Community Center. 52-30 is the South Charleston lead over Capital. Dejan Reed with 20 points to lead all scorers, and Roman Kellum has 13. As Capital will set up the action here with Hines.
It's like South Charleston's back to their 2-3 zone here.
As they'll try to bounce it over to Harris.
Yeah, all those passes, with the length that South Charleston has, it just makes it so difficult for Capital to attack that.
Other than the obvious of making shots, what's the best way to beat a zone?
We like to, you want to get the ball moving, and then when it gets reversed, that's one way. But when that ball gets reversed, you got to attack it. You can't just pass it around the perimeter. You need to get downhill and make those guys guard you. 'Cause the worst thing that can happen in a zone you get 2 guys guarding 1. If that's the case, then you're winning on offense.
As Kellum will drive to the rack and off the mark. No good for Martin. Deflection. Reed, it's a fresh possession. Saunders' wing three-pointer is off. And another offensive rebound underneath there. And Kellum, 15 on the night.
He is having a day.
54-30.
Right now, Capital just doesn't have an answer for the length in there.
Yeah, you can't teach size. As Hines will up fake and gets his own board. Second attempt, no.
We'll stay here.
Substitution back into the game, David Robinson, as Bennett will check out. And Matt Green having a little bit of a tough season, but he's had some great Capital teams. It won't take long to get things turned around.
Well, he has. He is. He's driven me crazy a few times. Yeah, I watch Matt. I've had the honor of knowing him for a while now, and I watch and see all the time and the energy and effort. Not only he, but his whole family puts into this. I mean, he does. Yeah, he'll have a practice, and he's out picking kids up, taking kids home, and all his coaches do it. And
here's a Martin 3-ball, and it's good. Elijah Martin answering Likens' 3. That'll make it 57-33. We've got a 30-second timeout taken by South Charleston. As you see a couple clean possessions there, they trade 3-pointers.
Just one of those years for Coach Green, but yeah, he's going to be a coach for a long time, and he's going to suffer through these, and you learn from it, and that's what makes him a great coach. And same thing on the other side over there, Josh Daniel. Yeah, they've had their tough seasons. They've been through some beatings, and you come out on the other side stronger. And the point of this, the big point of all this, is you want your kids to be able to do that when they get older. Yeah, when they face some adversity, they face some tough times, you want to teach them how to get through that. And they model that for their kids. I think it's one of the best things these guys do out here.
Josh Daniel has some of his old teammates on the coaching staff with him. Played here back in 2006. Here's a 3. Likens, not this time. Long pass. High for Elijah Martin, able to keep it in. Kellum went for a dunk. He'll get the tip in.
He'll get the bucket. Yeah, Ronnie Means, he and Josh are lifelong friends there, and
going to call a block there as Martin goes to the deck.
That could be his 5th. I believe he is finished for the evening.
That one could go either way. Charge block, just kind of bang, bang.
Yeah, it's I do not envy officials trying to make those bang, bang calls.
Robinson trying to enter it. He's got to hurry. He'll clear it. As Keon Likens grabs it.
Very good. As it just got whispered in my ear there, you talk about adversity. Here's what Capital's dealt with this year so far. Number one, they lost a few players in the transfer portal that was instituted this year. A couple of them playing here at South Charleston. And then, they finally get a new gym floor at Capital High School. And I think the day the paint dries, there's a fire in the gymnasium, and the sprinklers go off, and it goes under a foot of water. So they didn't have anywhere to practice. It was, December before they could actually get in there into the gym and have a place to practice. Yeah, it's just one of those seasons right now. But, when you talk to these guys, you wouldn't know any difference. if you ask them, they're getting ready for sectionals. They're getting ready, hopefully, try to make a run for the state tournament.
Up top, Shotty Williams is off the mark.
I'll give you a guess who had his hands on that. Roman Kellum.
And here comes Dejon Reed. Reed traps quickly. And here come the Cougars. Robinson with the reverse layup.
You're down 24 points, and they are still hustling their butts off. That doesn't happen on accident.
Likens easy two.
Just still.
Yeah, that's a great point you make about battling adversity. I mean, just talk about a terrible break for the entire school with that whole situation.
I know my wife is a graduate of Capitol High School, and
Saunders gets the bucket.
I know she was heartbroken when she heard that news.
Skip pass over to Hines. Hines calling for a ball screen as Tinsley sets it on Kellum. Bounce pass underneath. Tinsley lost the handle.
That kind of season.
Yep.
Speaking of adversity, my wife, Capitol High School graduate, and last year they beat us. We lost to South Charleston and Capitol in the same week, and the next day, and she didn't even notice it, but she had one of her Capitol High School shirts on. I said, "Did you do that on purpose?" I said, "No, but I should have." She's dealt with her fair share of adversity, marrying me.
Over to Lowe. And Lowe kicking out Williams. Off the mark from distance. High ricochet goes over to Capitol. Capitol racing down the floor with Likens. Likens runner. Off the mark. And it's tipped to him. Fresh possession. 3:25 and going. Deep Hines three. He nailed it. Tayshawn Hines able to step into one.
Down to 19. So if you can, right now, Coach Green, if you can get that down to 10 by 2 minutes, it's possible.
Another dunk.
But you're going to have to keep an eye on that guy.
With authority. Trying to break the rim that time. He's flushed 4 of them. On the drive. Wild shot. He made it. Beautiful. Keon Likens. Able to flip it home. 63-44. Saunders going to kick it out here. Shotty Williams. Williams, the sophomore. And it goes to Dejon Reed. Reed, 20 points tonight. On the cut, Saunders gets it in. And he's in double figures with 10. Through traffic. Robinson misses. Deflection to Reed. Right into the hip of Shotty Williams. He's got 2. And the sophomore with 6 on the night. And we got a lot of South Charleston substitutions up.
Yeah, I think that last little run kind of put it away for him.
Hines was 17. He's got the finger roll.
Oh, and a cramp on the baseline. Oof.
Got the Capitol coaching staff over to check on that situation as we'll head to a break on the HD Media Game Day app.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades apprenticeship programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
The HD Media Plus app is your ticket to see all the action on the hard court as it happens.
Sims banks it in! Sims from 3!
Download it today for free to your smartphone or TV so you won't miss another shot.
And we're back at the South Charleston Community Center. Roman Kellum with 19 points for South Charleston. Dejon Reed with 20. It's been a dominant performance this evening at home as we've got some substitutions here for South Charleston. Number 25, Aiden Granley into the game. Maurice Jones handled it up the floor as he'll cross over and is called for a carry. Number 23, Jaden Green in. Got a substitution here for South Charleston as Jones will exit. And Cam Harris goes free throw line. And now they'll set up top. Here's Robinson with a nice floater. Taking the contact and knocking it down. 67-48. And Granley. Miscommunication there. South Charleston turns it over. Number 3, Isaiah Scott in for the Black Eagles. Inside the last minute.
I think Coach Daniel has done a really nice job getting his team. He's had some tough losses this year, but it looks like he's got them heading the right direction. Coach Daniel's a great coach, great staff over there. Got, like you mentioned earlier, Ronnie Means and Cliff Jackson, the veteran, Matt Orchid. They do a great job with these kids. And, again, a lot of time, energy, effort.
As Granley will take it up the court here. 15 seconds left. I think Capital is just going to dribble it out. And they will indeed.
South Charleston's got a big one coming up here against St. Albans. Conference game Thursday night. Should be a fun one, or Friday night. Should be a fun game for them.
As the buzzer goes off, 67-48, all South Charleston. As Michael Sussman and Louis Cassis sign off. Good calling. Another game with you, Coach.
It's great being with you, Mike. Look forward to seeing you over at the Parmar Stores Shootout. It should be a lot of fun, a lot of games, and a lot of great players out there.
A big thank you to Dan Shreve up top for operating the camera, and to Ethan Young for handling the production downstairs. Have a wonderful evening. This has been Michael Sussman.